I'm Mike Corey. I live in the exotic land of Minerva, New York, and I am here to tell a poem. This is a poem called The Night Before Christmas with Apologies to Clement Moore. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the woods just a few creatures stirred, pulling up their warm hoods. Their acorns and pine seeds had been stored with much care in hopes that intruders would not linger there. The perennial wildflowers had nestled below, waiting for spring to warm up the ground so. And Mama in her jammies and I in my nightshirt had just said good night from a room in our tight yurt. When out in the forest there arose such a sound, I sprang from my bed with one leap and one bound. I looked out the window with a much focused gaze, pushing curtains aside for the windows to raise. The moon shone like silver on yesterday's snow, giving visual access to the nighttime's soft glow. When what to my beat and tired eyes should appear but 30 small bears, all enjoying their beer. Said I, "Mama, rise, you have got to see this." And she said, "Forget it, you're sleeping, you'll miss." So quickly I turned back to gaze at the Bruins and gasped as I watched the lead bears and their doings. Now Stephen, now Susan, now Dolores and Bob. Drink up, Kenneth and Louise and all of the mob. The head bears took charge with the calm of good leaders and said loudly to all, "Let us go to the feeders." Like dry leaves that move quickly when the wind picks them up, the bear herd slid forward, while the group said, "Hup, hup." So on to the bird feeders this mass of bears moved. They arrived to find freshly placed bird seed, which proved that they chose the right yurt with which to discover had ready-made food for them all to uncover. As I drew myself back from the windows, indeed, I realized the bears had interests that went beyond seed. They were dressed all in fur from their heads to their feet, and their coats were all shabby. They were not all that neat. The bears focused on food, but they guessed that the seed, although it was tasty, would not suit their need. My eyes, how wide they became, now looked as the bears watched the yurt hungrily. Were they searching for pears? The mama said, "Hey, what the heck's happening out there?" Said I, 30 small Bruins approaching our lair." They were all chubby and plump, definitely well fed, and had no need of birdseed. To the yurt they were led. 30 eyes winked at me, and with a turn of their heads, my fears lessened somewhat, which diminished thoughts of meds. They made not a sound, but went to the door, knocking politely as I walked across the floor. And laying my hand over the doorknob so round, I opened the door and jumped out with a bound. The music then started, and the mama came out. The teddies began dancing and starting to shout, and I heard them sing loudly with all of their might, "Merry Christmas to all, and now bears, dance all night." Thank you.